in Willowbank, where the river wove a silver thread through the pines and summer buzzed with heat. July 14, 2024 started slow and golden. The village sign at the dirt road's edge read, Willowbank, Est. 1883. Its paint chipped but proud, swaying in the morning breeze. Inside the Miller house, a weathered clapboard cottage with a sagging porch, breakfast clattered on. Lucas, 9 and wiry, shoveled oatmeal into his mouth, his sneakers tapping the floor, eyes darting to the window where the river glinted beyond the trees. "Can we go down today, Mom?" he pressed, voice bright. Ellen, 38 and tired, her apron dusted with flour, glanced out, her brow creasing. "Not too close, Lucas. That water's fast this year." Bet, 15 and sharp-edged, rolled her eyes over her sketchbook, pencil scratching a pine's jagged line. "He'll just climb something dumb again, like the barn roof last month. Nearly broke his arm." Lucas grinned, unrepentant. "Worth it for the view?" Ellen sighed. "You're giving me gray hairs, kid." They'd moved here 2 years back after their dad walked out, chasing quiet to mend the cracks he'd left behind. Lucas filled it with noise, chasing frogs, scaling fences, while Bet buried herself in drawings, her quiet rebellion against the world's mess. That morning, Ellen watched them head out. "Stick together, you two." Her voice a thread of worry. Lucas bounced ahead, Bet trailing, her sketchbook tucked under her arm, pencil behind her ear. Halfway to the river, a shadow flickered by the oaks. A lean, scruffy dog, mud-caked and burr-tangled, a frayed collar scrap dangling from its neck. It watched them, yellow eyes piercing, tail still. "Gross, he's all prickly," Bet muttered, wrinkling her nose. Lucas squinted, whispering, "Bet he's an old hunter. Look at those paws." The dog didn't move, just stared as they crunched toward the water. The river shimmered under the noon sun, smooth on top but swift beneath. A cold heartbeat through Willowbank's green veins. Bet flopped onto a flat rock, sketching the current's swirl, muttering, "Don't be an idiot, Lucas. Mom'll ground us." He ignored her, edging closer, peering at a frog hopping along the bank. The mud was slick, the drop sharp. He leaned, sneakers skidding, and with a yelp, he fell, straight into the river's clutch. The current grabbed him, icy and relentless, swallowing his shouts. Bet's sketchbook hit the ground, her scream tearing loose. "Lucas!" He flailed, a small shape thrashing in the rush, too panicked to swim. She lunged to the bank, water lapping her boots, and without thinking, plunged in. Cold slammed her chest, the current yanking her back. She kicked, reaching for him, but her arms burned, and Lucas slipped further, his hoodie a fading blur. "Help!" she choked, voice breaking, scrambling back to the bank, mud slicking her hands. Then a blur of fur streaked past. The stray dog leaped into the river, no pause, his tail slicing the water like a rudder. His jaws clamped Lucas's hoodie, teeth sinking in. But the current fought hard. He lost his grip, Lucas dipping under, a bubble bursting where his head had been. Bet screamed, "No!" as villagers spilled from their homes. Old Mr. Tate hobbling with his phone filming Mrs. Carver shouting, "Get a rope!" The dog dove again, snout breaking the surface, seizing the hood once more. His legs churned, a desperate paddle against the river's pull, dragging Lucas inch by inch toward the shallows. Willowbank erupted. Kids ran from yards. A fisherman dropped his pole. Young Tom Grady sprinted over, waving a stick, yelling, "Over here!" The dog faltered, water surging over his head, but he held on, claws scraping the muddy bank. With a final heave, he hauled Lucas onto the shallows, a sodden heap coughing and gasping, then collapsed beside him, ribs heaving, shivering in the sun. Bet stumbled over, slipping in the muck, her hands shaking as she touched Lucas's face. "You're okay, you're okay," he sputtered, eyes wide. "The dog!" The stray didn't run, just lay there, nose inches from the boy, yellow eyes steady. Sirens wailed, tires crunched, and Ellen burst through, face streaked with tears, dropping beside Lucas. "Oh God, baby," she sobbed, pulling him close, his wet hair soaking her shirt. Paramedics swarmed, blankets flapping, voices sharp. "He's breathing, pulse steady." Bet stood back, trembling, her gaze on the dog, filthy, drenched, but unmoving. The village hummed, kids pointing, adults whispering, "Where'd that mutt come from?" Old Mrs. Grayson, leaning on her cane, squinted from the crowd. "He saved someone before. I'd swear it. Back before the war. Or maybe that's just a tale." Ellen looked over, voice thick. "He saved him. That dog saved my boy." Lucas coughed, blinking up. "He's a hero, Mommy." Bet knelt by the stray, pressing her lips to his damp forehead, tears mixing with river water. "You're not just a hunter," she murmured. "You're a hero." His tail flicked a slow wag, and he met her eyes, quiet and sure. Days crawled by, Willowbank abuzz. Lucas recovered on the couch, a bruise on his cheek, sipping soup while Ellen hovered. The local paper ran Mr. Tate's shaky video. Boy and dog in the river, headlined "Mystery Mutt Saves Local Kid." Ellen pinned flyers around. "Family seeks owner of hero dog. Brown and white, tattered collar, saved our son." No one called. The vet checked him, thin, no chip, maybe 4 years old, no leads. Bet brushed burrs from his coat, naming him Hunter. Fits him, right? One afternoon, Lucas shuffled out, bowl in hand, setting it down. "I'll save you someday too," he said, voice small. Hunter nosed his fingers, chomping kibble, yellow eyes soft. At the vet's, Hunter trembled on the table, Bet holding his paw, whispering, "You're safe now." The tech frowned. "He's been out there a while, but he's tough." Ellen watched, her worry easing. "Tougher than us." That night thunder rolled in, rain pelting the roof. Hunter whined, ducking under Lucas's bed, and Lucas slid down beside him, flashlight glowing. "Not so fun, huh?" he teased, curling close till the storm passed. Hunter's breath steadying against his arm. Bet sketched them later, pencil tracing the dog's scruffy lines, her first drawing since the river. A month on, Willowbank settled. Lucas stuck closer to home. Bet traded her phone for her sketchbook more, and Hunter became theirs. A scruffy guard with a limp and a wag. Ellen set a bowl by the door, etched with the one who brought my brother back. Locals still buzzed. Mrs. Grayson at the store squinted. "Looks like Joel's dog, that Hunter who left years back. Maybe he's come home." No one knew, and it didn't matter. One evening, Lucas hammered a sign to the fence. "Here lives a real hero." He paused, hammer in hand, looking at Hunter sprawled in the grass, and smiled, whispering, "Now you'll live here always." The dog huffed, tail thumping, yellow eyes catching the dusk. Ellen and Bet watched from the porch, the river glinting beyond, its rush a whisper now, not a roar. "It's like the water tested us," Ellen said, voice low, and he was the answer. Bet nodded, sketching the river's curve, a bridge back. The sun dipped gold, casting long shadows over the village. Lucas sat by Hunter, tracing the collar scrap. "You heard me, didn't you?" he murmured. Hunter nosed his hand, steady as ever. Ellen stepped out, her face softer than it had been in years, and said, "I thought we'd lost everything. But this dog, he brought our heart back." The river rolled on, steady and silver, its pull softened. Life on one side, death on the other, and Hunter the stray who'd crossed it to bring them home. So, viewers, sometimes help comes from where you least expect it. And sometimes heroes don't wear capes. They've got wet fur and loyal hearts.